Okay, hi guys. So in this lecture, we'll be seeing some interesting scenario in which the question is, you have to prepare the following compounds by Grignard reagent. Okay, so prepare the following by Grignard reagent. Okay, so we have something like this. PHET. So how can this be prepared? The first thing that comes to the mind is we can actually have CS3Mg Br and react it with something like this one. Second, we can react it with something like and this CS3 will attack on this carbon atom. We can, if we have something like this, then we can actually have this as the substrate, and third case where we can have ETMGBr as the reagent and this as the substrate. Okay, so in all the cases we will have the same product. Obviously we will be passing it on with H plus later on to get the same compound. Let's look at second example. You have to prepare this from Grignard reagent. So how many possible ways are there? So it can be, first way is obviously we can use CD3 MgBr, and we can use this and this as the substrate. CD3 will be acting on this carbon atom, or we can actually have this MgBr plus we can have CD3 and this attached here with O group here. And in third case we can have something like this MgBr plus CO CD3, and here we have something like this. So in all the cases the carbon will be attacking this group will be attacking the carbon which is having double bond O. Okay, so let us think about how can we prepare this compound from Grignard reagent. So obviously the first case can be, we can have something like CS3MgBr plus C double bond O H and C2H5. This CS3 can attack on this CO2 bond, and second case we can have C2H5 MgBr and which can attack on CS3 C double bond O H. In this case also it will be attacking on this carbon atom. So we have only two ways for this. Okay, let's look at fourth compound. How can we prepare this? So how many ways would be there? Again two ways. Why? Because in one case I can have something like PHMgBr as a Grignard reagent and C double bond OH and CS3 as my substrate, and in the second case I can have something like CS3MgBr as my RMGR or Grignard reagent, and I can then have this as my substrate. Okay, so let us actually, so one thing here that you must have noted that I hope you remember what is Wood's reaction. So whenever there is a step up reaction, for a step up reaction, by step up reaction I mean that the number of carbon atoms in the product side is greater than the number of carbon atom in the reactant side. Okay, for a step up reaction, whenever you are asked to form some compound and you are given some substrate, and the number of carbon atoms in the substrate is lesser than the number of carbon atoms in the product side, then you can think of two reactions, namely Wood's reaction, which actually involves the free radical addition reaction, dimerization, which actually happens in R dot and R dot to create RR bond, and second is using Grignard reagent, which we are just discussing now. Okay, so this was some important fact you can remember. Okay, coming back to, let's say, using this fact only, we are doing our next set of lectures examples. So you have to prepare this compound from this. So it has only x number of carbon atoms and it is having x plus number of carbon atoms, hence it is a step up reaction. So what can you think about of the step up reaction? You can think of Grignard or Woods. Let's think of a Grignard. So what we can do is we can take this compound, pass it on with PBr3, and when we pass it on with PBr3 we can have CH3Br with as a product, as a part of SN2 reaction. Then we can actually react it with Mg in presence of ether. So we'll be getting a Grignard reagent. Then using this Grignard reagent we can actually we can add a substrate which can be a formaldehyde, and on this formaldehyde CS3 from the Grignard reagent will be acting, and we'll get something like CS3 CO negative H2 and Mg plus Br, and later we can actually have some provide some acidic medium to this compound, and we can have something like this as the product which was required. Okay, let us take another example of this kind only. So we have something like CH4, and we need to convert this into this compound. So how can we do this is, first, if you guys don't know that, we can actually react this alkane or methane with Br2 in presence of sunlight or HNO, and this will be getting converted into CH3Br. Okay, so please remember this reaction. I think we are discussing it for the first time, but this is a very basic reaction. So CH3Br will be converted, then we'll be passing it on in magnesium in presence of ether, we'll be getting CH3 MgBr. Next we can react this compound with this compound, and then we'll be getting something like CH3 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 and O minus Mg plus Br. Pass on some acidic medium, we'll be getting this compound only, which will be this. This is the required product. So with this we come to an end of this lecture. In the next lecture we'll be seeing more examples on Grignard reagent. So till then, good luck and goodbye.